Well, welcome to the 2025 Deer Classic. You're in the booth, podcast setup number 1.
Saturday.
Gerg, do you want to introduce your friend?
Yeah, so this is Kurt Steckel. He's a past coworker of mine. We went to did a lot of things at a prior company together, and he's always been a master of everything CAD modeling and 3D, and he had a great idea, and he's here doing it today. So what is it? What are you doing?
So scanning horns, racks, pretty much any kind of animal you got. Scanning it, and then I can have digital files in case you ever have a fire or anything. You have a digital copy. You can make a replica down the road or making minis. Pretty much anything with it.
What are some of the use cases you've heard about other than just having it on file in case there's a fire or something?
I've got all sorts of things. I mean, guys putting sheds on top of deer. A lot of people have their wife won't let them bring the big mount in the house, but they'll let them get a small one, doing that kind of stuff. So just kind of whatever people think, and if they have an idea, I'm just willing to try it and make some cool mounts out of stuff.
And you can scale everything from different sizes.
Yep. So I'll get a 3D model of them, and I can make it bigger if you want, or make them pretty much whatever size. These would be like a 1/6 and a 1/8 size. And then both this is actually sheds that I put on a deer, and this is a deer that got shot this year that's not on a mount yet.
Okay. So tell us how the process works.
There's different ways that you can bring the deer to me. I can scan it in my place. I can take it to if you have it at a taxidermist, I can stop at the taxidermist, scan it there. Or if you got stuff at your house and I'm in the area, I can stop in and scan it right at your house. It's just a handheld scanner, and I can just kind of do it wherever.
Okay, so the perfect scenario, I guess it's not perfect for the guy, but we had a team member that his house burned and all of his mounts. Yeah, so if he would have had them 3D scanned and they would have been in your system, you get a USB drive too, or a jump drive?
Yep, so I'll send you a jump drive with all the files on it, and I recommend putting them online would be my recommendation, but you can put them in a safe or copy it, put it in a couple safes just to be sure. And then I keep copies of everything too on a couple different drives at my place. So I should have a copy unless I have multiple fires happen or something too, but that would be unfortunate.
Yeah. I heard another situation of, I think it was 9 kids, and Grandpa had like a 200-inch deer, and the nine kids all wanted it, so they're fighting over it or whatever, and then...
Yeah, I'm making some replicas like that right now for a guy. His dad, who passed away a few years ago, had shot one, and his uncle has it. Shot it with his uncle. They have it. He wants a replica, and then the other brother wants a mini of it. So, I mean, it's kind of keep stuff in the family. Or say a neighbor finds a shed and doesn't want to give you the other side of the shed. You can make a copy of a shed. I've heard that so far. I haven't done any of those yet, but yeah, I've definitely heard that one too. So.
What about fixing broken stuff? Broken tines and stuff, have you done that?
I can add to a scan.
Just fixing a chewed on rack or whatever.
I used to do that just on regular racks, but I can, say you have a chewed off point and you want a replica of it, I can add that on there. If you really want, I can make a point to go on there, but it's easier to probably just do that by hand.
So what is this made out of? What kind of material?
It's a resin, a UV resin, and it's a 3D resin printer, so it's essentially liquid, and then it's using UV light. It hardens it into a resin, and then it'll cure for a while, and then priming them and painting them. And
how long does the paint hold up?
I haven't durability tested it. It should be pretty good as long as you're not just setting it in the sun the entire day. I mean, it's just like anything else. If you leave it in the sun, it's going to fade over time.
Right. Are they brush paint, or are they
they all hand painted?
Hand painted.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And the scanner does color too, right?
The scanner does color, so I'll have a color copy of the horns. I have a pretty good. I usually take pictures too, just for if I am doing a full replica. But it has really good reference to what the color on it looks like. So,
yeah, he just scanned Newt's shed, so that's eventually one day I'll get those put on a Hero. I'll take them around.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. How many sets of Newt do you have?
I have his 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is 6. And I'm missing actually one. The neighbor's dog chewed up. So
It just occurred to me while he was scanning these, is like you could literally have a full mount of every one of those. That would be
so cool.
Would be awesome.
Need a bigger house though.
Yeah.
I would do it all in Euros. That was kind of my thing.
Yeah,
with
Euros, yeah.
With that mini maybe deer, I have one shed that's chewed up, but besides that, everything is.
Man, you just got another one yesterday.
I got the one piece that I was missing, so I have 8 sheds off of him now. So, not as cool of a story of killing him at the end, but
Are you, when you do Euros, would you print the skull too, or would you get like a skull kit and put the
I'll just
horns on it?
Print it with, and then it'll be, usually like the print would be the skull as one, and it'll probably have like a chunk of the bases, and then I'll attach the rest to there, and it'll be a solid piece at the end.
that's pretty cool.
That's a cool spark. I mean, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
I mean, literally can.
Another thing
Do
too is
anything.
like, say you've got one that's broken off of the beam, like doing this with an elk, it's broken off on one side, part way up the beam, I could, mirror the other side, make something that attaches to that horn, stuff like that, if it's something big like that.
Could you do it off of like pictures? Like,
There's people who do it. Classic Racks right down there does it, off of
I
pictures
just didn't
stealing.
know like
You
that
just-
one shed.
You miss all the details, the tough
Right.
part. All these burrs and stuff, you don't get all that good detail. You get a little bit, but it's not.
Yeah, I didn't know if you could be like, okay, so he's, almost like with a chew, if, this is gone and this is gone, but I have the pictures and I know this is how tall it is and that's how tall it is, if you can kind of use that as a reference and
Yeah,
go
I can
in
use that as a reference.
and then go in after it. Yeah.
You thinking hammer?
No, God, there's a lot of inches there, but I don't know how you'd fuse it onto a rack, or I guess you could.
Yeah.
You just build it in the CAD or whatever your program.
Yeah, some of that stuff, if it's just a point or two and you're just putting it on the actual shed too, I mean, it's easier just to do a
whole thing.
I'm saying just a restoration, put the actual punting. Not my system.
Right.
Not advertise my stuff, but yeah, I mean, that's also a way to do that and stuff. Yeah, I could definitely, when you put it in a CAD, and just pretty much pull it up and make a new model of it.
That's cool.
Nice.
So, ways to get a hold of you. You have Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah, right now, just pretty much Facebook, Instagram, or my number here. But yeah, look me up on Facebook or Instagram, and get right to me.
We'll put your contact info in the description too on our YouTube page. So 605 Reproductions on Facebook.
Yeah, and you guys probably can't see, but the table's right behind Kurt, and the traffic he's getting right now. You better go start scanning.
Yeah, we should probably let him get off the podcast and go do something.
Yeah, we'll have some videos up too. I think I just posted one, Kurt scanning new sheds, so you guys can check it out, see how the process starts. Anyway.
Yep.
Awesome. Thanks for jumping on one.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Appreciate you. These chairs are not as comfy as the ones in the garage.
Yeah, you gotta lean forward a little bit.